Welcome back to my Project 13. I'm by the airport here in Portland, Oregon. This is the spot that I like to just come and chill, take it easy, and relax my mind. And what a better spot, and it's a beautiful day, but to do a review. On what device? On the Nexus 6. I want to talk a little bit about my experiences with this device 3 months later after purchasing it for 350 bucks. And now, you know, I have the Huawei Nexus 6P, and I'm using the Moto X Pure Edition 2015 to actually do this review. So let me know the quality out here. Now, this isn't going to be techie or savvy. It's going to be more about an emotional attraction to this device. The gravity pull that this device has on me. Every day when I come home from work or doing chores and I'm using my devices, for some odd reason, I always tend to want to grab this device and use it. Now, why? It doesn't have the latest and greatest in hardware underneath the hood. I mean, it's got an 805 Qualcomm Snapdragon quad-core. We know that the 6P has the 810 octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon. We know that the Moto X has a Qualcomm Snapdragon hexa-core 808, right? We know that the Moto X has an amazing front-facing cam when doing video. It's got expandable storage. We know that the 6P, right here, this beautiful aluminum device, all metal body, has a fingerprint scanner. It's got amazing battery life. It's got marshmallow. My other two devices have lollipop still. And they all offer something different. Yes, those have the extras. This device doesn't. So why do I gravitate towards this device? Why is it the last 3 months I've really fallen in love with this device and it's become sort of my favorite? And you're thinking, what? The Moto X not over this device? The 6P not over this device? Why the Nexus 6? And we know that they all have basically stock Android. Yes, the 6P is stock Android. The Nexus 6 is stock Android. The Moto X has a couple Motorola apps. Outside of that, it's pretty much stock Android. It is a 32 gig variant. Doesn't have expandable storage. It doesn't have that fingerprint scanner. It's not the latest and greatest, but it's simple. It's smooth. It is savvy. It's sexy. When I touch the display and I start scrolling from right to left or up and down, there's something about the feel of this display that's different from the other two devices. Not to disregard that the other two devices aren't phenomenally great in their own right, and they are, and they're worth the money, totally worth it. If you want to buy those devices, buy them. I've had the privilege to use all three devices, and yet I gravitate back to this one. When I want to watch movies, I really want to watch it on this device. When I want to hear music and I want to hear the two front-facing speakers on this device because I think they're just a little bit better than the other two devices, this is the one I pick up at home. Again, the other two are amazing with their front-facing speakers. Their displays are amazing. They all have Quad HD, 1440 by 2560. It's not that they're not amazing. This one just, for me, personally, my opinion, has that much more to give me. It just pulls me in. I don't know what it is. Well, I've kind of told you what it is, but there's more to it, and it just, sometimes it's hard to explain. You know, I have two acoustic guitars and an electric guitar, and they all sound great, and I love all three of my guitars. But I have one older acoustic one that has a couple cracks in it. It's got nylon strings. And when I pick that one up and I hit a string or hit the nylon string, it gives me a certain vibration, a certain twang, a certain sound that just is more nostalgic than the other two. Does that mean I don't love the other? No, I love them. But that's what this device is for me. It just sort of gives me a little bit more than the other two. And it's just simple. And maybe because it doesn't have all the extras is what makes it better for me to use every day as a daily driver when it comes to just wanting something simple to use. Now, I love the extras on the other device. Man, I fall in love with that fingerprint scanner. I fall in love with the front-facing cam on this Moto X. I'm telling you, this is going to be a device that's going to be hard to give up, because when I do my videos, this is the device I like to use. But the battery life on the 6P is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. That fingerprint scanner is just amazing. Amazing. It's in my pocket. I stick my hand in my pocket and I touch it, turns it on, so when I take it out, it's ready to go. Would I want those extras and there's more on the Moto X and the 6P that I'm mentioning. There's a lot more to those devices that I'm talking, because I'm trying to focus on the Nexus 6. But would I want all of that on this device? No. I like having something simple. Okay? I don't need this device to be complicated, even though complication sometimes is okay. I don't mind learning. I love learning these other two devices for everything that they have, and they have to offer me, the user, when I do use them. But sometimes something simple works sometimes that much better. It all depends. I'm privileged to have all three devices and use all three to be able to come up with this review and let you know how I feel about the Nexus 6. If you're still lingering and still thinking about picking up this device, and yet you've thought about the Moto X, the Nexus 6P, or maybe a different device, but for some reason you keep going back to this device, you can't go wrong. It's user-friendly, it's simple, it's fast, it's sweet, it's raw. It's just beautiful overall. And the gravitational pull is just amazing, man. I am so stoked that I picked up this device, and if you're still considering it, pick it up. Pick it up. Wherever you buy it, they're probably going to have a return policy. If you, for some reason, don't agree with me, you can always return it. But I guarantee you, there's something about this device that's just going to pull you in. But you cannot go wrong with the Moto X or the Huawei Nexus 6P. You cannot. I will not disregard those phones whatsoever. I'm just telling you, I picked a favorite by that much, and it's this device, the Motorola Nexus 6. I can do that. I can have a favorite, right? Yeah, why not, man? I'm sure some of you out there have your favorites. Maybe 2-3 devices ago, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, when the juice runs out of this battery, I'm going to rip the back off, I'm going to order a battery, stick it in there, put it back together, and I'm still going to use it even if I don't get software updates. That's how much I love this phone. That's how much I love this device. That's why I'm going to keep it going and keep it going and keep it going until it just don't work no more. I'll keep the 6P, it's the Moto X that I'm debating on whether I want to sell, because I don't want to get rid of that front-facing cam. Hey, check out that plane. Pretty sweet, huh? Battery life, I've gotten up to 5 hours on this thing. 3.5 easy, 4.5 pretty easy. Starts to get a little harder there, pushing to 5. The Moto X doesn't get that, 3.5, struggles to get to 4. 6P is just phenomenal. But yeah, battery life, you're fine. Utilize your devices. They're all fast charge, 2.0. Cameras, it's fine. It's not the best, but you'll be okay with this. Trust me, I'm happy with it. I'm not too picky in that area. I've seen the differences in all three cameras now. Yes, I'll tell you the 6P is going to be better, when you're comparing all three, but this is fine. Seriously, for the price that you're paying for this now, you'd be stoked to have this in hand. So I threw a little bit of that techie stuff in there just in case you wanted to know in the last 3 months overall how this has been for me. So I hope I got this across you in a way with some raw emotion, why there's a gravity pull towards this device and why you should own it if you're really wanting to have it. Pick it up. It's an easy buy right now. One day they're probably all going to run out. Anyway, this is my Project 13. Thanks for watching this vid. I appreciate your time. Leave a big thumbs up. Until the next vid. I'm out. God bless. Have a great day. Peace.